Check out this really cool looking Vostok that Joe sent me. He bought it brand new and he noticed it was making a bad noise when you shook it. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm guessing the rotor came off because you can wind it. Well, you can see it's spinning now actually. So we're going to pop the case back off this and we're going to try to see what's going on with this thing. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get the bracelet off and out of the way. If I can. You know what? I'm going to switch to that overhead view. I think that works better for you guys. What do you think? That's a better view, isn't it? And it actually gives me a little more room to work on it. All right, junky bracelets off. Now we need to unscrew this part, which is the retention ring around the outside, and then the case back will actually stay still. Not sure. Oh, okay, it's not super tight on there. So that'll unscrew. Okay, that's off. We'll just pop that off to the side. Now the case back should just lift right off. Trying to lift it off without flipping it over so you guys can see what I see as we see it here. Okay, there's the case back off. Not sure what is making the noise. I think the rotor. Oh yeah. All right. See how loose that is? Actually, it's right off there. So, okay. See that guy over there? We're missing parts came off. There's that guy. And that guy that's loose. Everything else looks pretty good in there. We'll clean up that gasket. I think we should be able to put this back on with this piece. I don't know if that's broken or if it just came loose. Could tear apart my good Vostok to compare, but I think it just came loose. I'm sipping on some hot cocoa. It's cold out. All right, yeah, a good buddy of mine just called me and it stopped the recording there, so I'm splicing this stuff together. I don't know what it'll look like in the video, but I'm going to have to tear apart this other Vostok because I'm not 100% sure, and I'm not going to stop to look when I already have something in front of me. I'm not sure which way this part goes. I'm not sure if it goes this way or if it flips over in there or if something's actually broken. Or so what we're going to do is we're going to tear apart this guy. Well, not tear it apart. We're just going to pop the case back off real quick. Get a look inside and see if we can figure out. So it's going to be a little bit longer video. So while we're playing with this stuff, man, this one was a lot tighter. That one was really loose, like somebody had been in it before. This one was way tighter. So these both should be the same movement, with the exception of the lack of date on this one. I just noticed there's like these little spots here that are a perfect spot to pry up. All right, it looks like Okay, so we are missing some parts. So if you look at this guy, you can see the little ball bearings in there, right in the center. See those? Around there? Those are missing. So on this part, the reason... Well, I just lost that part too. I have no idea where that just went. There it is, way over there. Little parts, easy to lose. So you can see how there's like the little cogs. Those are those hold the ball bearings in place. So somewhere inside this movement there is 6 ball bearings. Well, there's 4. And there's 6. We have all 6 of them. Oh boy. I don't know if I can get those little guys back in place. I don't know if I'm that good. Those are tiny. Those are super tiny. See how tiny those are? See? There's my finger. There's those. Here's a Q-tip. Here's those. I am not a watchmaker. I have no idea how to make this happen. I have some other gear, but I have to put those 6 ball bearings in that containment inside this rotor and then put that screw on. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that on camera. So I'm going to take a break. Okay, closer examination. I've determined, and watching another video, that if you look at the rotor with the other parts, that rotor, those bearings, and this piece are all one piece. So I'm going to purchase a new rotor with this piece and the bearings in it. And I don't know if I can pick it up. If you look at this, see on the light there, see that crack over to the left on that silver metal part? I think this part is defective, and that's why the bearings are supposed to be captured in this piece, which there's a detent in the center part of the rotor. So with the bearings being in the detent in this part and then captured inside the detent in the center of the rotor, this should all be one piece, one pre-assembled factory piece. I think that crack right there allowed the bearings to escape. So rather than trying to repair this myself, I'm going to go ahead and order I'm still shopping, but on eBay it's anywhere from like $5 to $10 for the new rotor with the center holding piece and the bearings. So I think the watch and the movement and everything is fine. I'm going to go ahead and order up that piece, and then I will install it, and that'll be part 2. So I'm just going to put this stuff back together temporarily. This watch still can be used right now because it does have a wind function. So it could just be, you know, hand wind and use it. I mean, I won't, but, and I think this is 18mm lugs as well. So here's a quick vid for you on that.